All right, everybody, welcome back, baby. It's Friday, October 4th, baby. We're, 32 days away from the election? It's getting popping. Trump's going back to Butler, Pennsylvania tomorrow, where he got his first assassination attempt put on his life. We saw the guy just run around the top of the building. They didn't secure that AGR building. I'm sure they're going to secure it this time. They already got the American flag back up, baby, and it's the only way we're going to get out this mess is we got to get out and vote. Kamala brought out Magic Johnson today. Joe Biden did a press conference in the actual press briefing room. First time in his 4 years. I guess he wanted to block Kamala Harris's, conference. She was having a rally, excuse me. So it's all coming down to the end. It's either we're going to save America or we're not going to save America. It's pretty much plain and simple. Because you already see what FEMA's doing. FEMA sucks. They already gave away all their money to the immigrants coming over here. They just flood it, give it to everybody. But the Americans that got mudslided, flooded out in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, I believe those are the big ones. I believe 2 people died in Virginia, so it went a long ways. But it looks like the ones in North Carolina are suffering the most. And FEMA's out there catching hell. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk said he wanted to put up Starlink satellites so they could at least connect to the internet because I guess the towers and a lot of stuff got flooded out. The electricity poles are all down. So it's just total chaos there. I don't even know if those people can charge their phones to even use them. I hear all of FEMA's out there taking up all the hotels, and Tim Kennedy was out there. He's a ex-military guy. I guess he's trying to help out. People know who he is. So it's just 100% wild, you know? It's going to be exciting. So we got the election coming. We got to get out and vote. You got to get out and vote. That's rule number 1. Get out and vote. If you don't get out and vote, I'm going to haunt you. We're going to personally haunt you here at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
We in the jungle, baby. We live. You know what I'm saying? We are live. And I guess we put anything in the chat. If you want to talk, we go live. The chat's 0. You know what I'm saying? 0. But hey, we just going to try to give you the real news. And if we just find one person, that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? It's like 11-11, you know? You make that wish. So here we are. We're back. It's lovely. We're still alive. Life is good. So any day above ground is better than being below ground, they say. But I guess let's just get into all this. I don't know. Where do you want to start? You want to start with FEMA? You want to start with Kamala Harris, Magic Johnson? I didn't want to get too much into that. Trump's going to be back in Butler. That's going to be huge. I just don't understand what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I just don't really know what's going on. Let's play a little highlights. And I don't know how you can vote for, like, Kamala and Joe Biden. I get media wants to trick you like they can't show up. They can't show up and do anything. You know, president has to come in. He's got helicopters. He's got 100 vehicles. Well, with those vehicles, you could pack some stuff in it, I'm sure. Some paper towels, batteries, flashlights, heaters, I don't know, food, waters, all of it. You could pack all that in and hand it out. But they want you to be mind controlled. You know what I'm saying? We're still mind controlled. This is the election that I think everybody has woken up. We're not going down without a fight this time. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to pull off Kamala Harris wins this one. Nobody's voting for Kamala Harris. They're so scared that Kamala Harris is losing now, they're bringing out Barack Obama. We got 30 days, a little bit more, like 32 days, 30 days now. And they're going to pull out Barack Obama. He wants to keep the power, I guess. I don't understand why the deep state loves Barack Obama. They want to keep their guns going. They want to keep the military aid going. We just funded, I saw who was it? Blinken just said we gave money to Beirut, Lebanon. We just gave like $300 million or $200 million to Beirut. The people in North Carolina could use that. They're giving them $750. This is sad, and this is what makes America great because we're going to see it. And like I said before, and I'll say it over and over again, Americans can understand fairness and not fairness. They can smell bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just going to have to keep putting it in front of our eyes. That's what they're doing now. They're blatantly putting it in front of our eyes. This Sunday, And the NFL is going to be all pride games. So it's going to be rainbows everywhere. I remember October used to be, it was about the tatas, breast cancer awareness month. They would all wear pink back in the day, back in the early 2000s, middle 2000s. They would all wear pink. It was fun. It was exciting. But, I understand it wore it out. They're doing it for like 10, 12 years. And they moved on to other events. But now they just want to push blatant, I guess, who you sleep with. That's the thing. It's like one thing is one thing, but like if you choose to do something, that, you know what I'm saying? There's no other month where it's a man and women get married month. You know what I'm saying? Is that a month or is that a day? You know what I'm saying? They want to pump this propaganda down our throats and they want us to eat it. They want us to eat it and enjoy it, but we're not. We're waking up. And the only way we're going to get out this mess, I don't know how many times I got to say it, but is we got to vote November 5th. You can still register in a lot of states. Get out and vote. You got to vote Trump. They're trying so much to destroy Trump. They want you to say Trump's this, Trump's that. But you know what Donald Trump never did? Donald Trump didn't have a talk show host. You remember Ellen? She had a talk show, but then all that stuff came out like she was mean behind the scenes. Well, did you know on this Ellen show, Bill Gates was there? Bill Gates is the owner of Microsoft. He's the owner of Twitch. Oh, no, Twitch is owned by Amazon. Never mind, take that back. Bill Gates owns MSNBC. He has Microsoft. It's in every computer. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly, allegedly, he was with Epstein and his wife divorced him and all that stuff. But he was on Ellen DeGeneres' show. And Ellen gave him $20,000 because he was doing such a good job. And you should see the people in the audience are like, what? Bill Gates is a billionaire. And she gave him $20,000. I believe it was from a sponsor. But that's how dumb they think you are. They're like, oh, well, yeah, he gave money. But we're like, what? And the people in the audience are like, why didn't they give the audience $20,000? It's probably only like 100 people in there. You divide that up real nice. You give them $200 each. So here you are. Here we are. We're back at it. We're never going to stop. We're not going to stop until the deep state is destroyed. The mainstream media is destroyed. I want to be invited. I want to be a pallbearer to their funerals. And we're just going to keep on going. I guess that's what we have to do. The only way we're going to get out this mess is, like I said, we got to get out and vote. And I can't let America fall like this. This is just pure nonsense. And the media is dead, so hopefully you can, stumble across the Rock and Roll Rebels show on YouTube, Twitter. Occasionally we put on Instagram, Snapchat. We're just out there putting stuff out. And I guess that's the only way. And, it's a slow progress here. But we know if the words get out, the words can be understood. And the people can wake up and they can get out and vote. Vote, vote, vote. I don't even know how many times I got to say vote. People are like, say something else, D. Quit saying vote.
1.2 billion. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and
you know what I'm saying?
Shut up, bitch.
I guess you don't. But hey, we out here doing it. I guess let's play a video or something. Let's calm ourselves down. You know what I'm saying? Get some popcorn. Let's play a video and understand what's going on with this whole FEMA thing. I saw this thing right here. And like FEMA's like blocking aid. And then they're trying to say we're out of money. The hurricane is out of money. I guess there's supposed to be more hurricanes coming. It is hurricane season. I believe it ends shortly at the end of October. I think it starts like August maybe. No, maybe before August. No, I don't think it's July, right? August is probably the beginning of hurricane season. I don't know. Let's ask Siri. When is hurricane season in the United States?
The peak activity of an Atlantic hurricane season is from late August through September, with a midpoint on September 10. This answer is from Wikipedia.
Okay, so it's a couple months. So I guess we're out in a couple more weeks, they're saying, but there's activity out there in the ocean. And then I saw something else that was weird. Do you know a hurricane has never crossed the equator? Which I find is interesting. Some say it's like the Coriolanus effect, I guess, because, You know, like if you're over in, I guess, Japan, China over there, they're like typhoons. They spin clockwise over there. But here in the United States, they come up counterclockwise. I don't know why any of that is. This is why we love scientists. And if you give me a good thing for that and understand that, I haven't deep dived into that. I will because, some of me is a flurf and I'll be like, I don't know. But I'm still learning. We're all going to learn, and we're going to keep on learning around here. That's what we do at the Rock Rome Rebel Show. We're going to try to learn and grow. We're going to learn and grow, and let's find out why they got no money. This is what they said they had money for. And the people in North Carolina are struggling right now. And here we go. This was in July this year.
FEMA is tremendously prepared. This is what we do. This is what they do. And the key here, Rebecca, is also to make sure that the communities who are potentially impacted are prepared as well. And it's not just hurricanes and wildfires, also extreme heat, which certainly some parts of the United States are already experiencing.
Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is sounding the alarm on FEMA funding right after the devastation of Hurricane Helene. Listen.
We are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
This all comes as the Biden-Harris administration spent over $1 billion from a FEMA program on services for migrants.
Wow, that's crazy. Is that not crazy? They done took away all the money. They didn't want you to have the money. They didn't want you to have the money. And then, like I said earlier, they're like blocking stuff out there. They're blocking stuff. You believe that? That's like Joe Biden C-blocked Kamala today. You know what I'm saying? Kamala was going to have a rally, and, of course, CNN and all of them are going to cut to it. But I guess because they're going to say, because remember the longshoremen, the union guys, the union shoremen who bring in all our shipping container stuff, they were on strike for like 2 days. And then I guess this guy started getting called out, the union boss, because he was making like $1 million a year plus bonuses and talking about how he wanted to cripple America, which, I mean, he took the wrong approach. I get it, because I guess supposedly, allegedly, that they were already going to give him 50% raises, which is huge. You know what I'm saying? I've never been at a job where I got a 50% raise. You know what I'm saying? You literally had to leave a job to go to another job, and then they would give you money. But this job is going to give you 50% more. Most jobs, you know what I'm saying, they give you like 3% to 5%. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're making, they'll give you that. But them union boys is making money. I saw a lot of people going around like, hey, where are these longshoreman jobs? You know what I'm saying? They're paying so much money. But here's, I guess, Joe Biden, just, he's raining down. FEMA's raining down. And I guess let's just play this little display of the Carolinas and what it looks like right now. This is like a drone shot. You can see the water is still raging there, it looks like. You got dump trucks. Most of that stuff got wiped out. They're old brick buildings that are on that beautiful river. I don't know what that river is, but this is the west coast of North Carolina. It's not by the beaches or anything. This is all the way inland, all the way to the west. Looks beautiful out there until it got all destroyed. So that was all water. So that all crested and went over and just leveled all that stuff. It goes to show you how powerful water is. Water is very powerful. This is all empty. And then they got people out there on the streets trying to help out. I guess those are the owners probably, because those look like businesses. You know what I'm saying? Those were businesses, restaurants maybe some industrial stuff, clothing stuff. I see a sign right here. What's this say? Lunch and Brunch. That is a restaurant right here. So that little town got destroyed. And you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, people are going to come together. We America. Americans going to come together. We're going to help them all out. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely in our thoughts and prayers and all that. But it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. And it's sad that the government is giving away money to people that aren't even United States citizens, have been paying taxes. Probably those people have been paying taxes for years. Years. And they get nothing. Looks like no help. There's nobody there. They're like, well, what are we going to do? We're the government. You know what I'm saying? But let's just move on from that because it's wild. And here's Joe Biden out here in the briefing room, which caught everybody off guard. I guess he didn't tell nobody he was going to do this. They all got caught off guard.
I do have a note, and I'm curious what you think about this. We were actually about to go live to Vice President Kamala Harris, who's speaking right now in Detroit, Michigan, and apparently she's talking about this port strike ending. She's trying to appeal to union workers, and yet you have the President of the United States come out clearly overshadowing her, answering significant questions. Is that a communications mistake? Is the left hand not talking to the right hand in this situation?
That's a very good point. And if they were coordinated, as you assume they would be, this would not have happened.
Nah, Biden don't want Kamala. They forced Biden out. You know what I'm saying? Biden got forced out. And they probably told him, you can't go to this press conference. But like he said, him and Kamala are joined by the hip. He put on that Trump hat for a reason. Here it is, Biden again. Let's pull this up. Here he is at the press conference talking, which I thought, I miss Joe Biden. You know, even though he was a criminal and a crook.
There have obviously been a number of crises that the country has been facing over the past several days with the hurricane, with the port strike, with the situation in the Middle East. Can you talk about how your vice president, who is running for the presidency, has worked on these crises and what role she has played over the past several days?
Well, I'm in constant contact with her. She's aware we're singing from the same song sheet. She helped pass all the laws that are being employed now. She was a major player in everything we've done, including passage of legislation which we were told we could never pass. And so she's been, and her staff is interlocked with mine in terms of all the things we're doing.
And you know, not one question about that was about the hurricane, the people in North Carolina suffering, and all this other place. It goes to show you how much they hate us. You know what I'm saying? It's just, Biden comes out here because he's mad. They're all playing games. It's like high school. I feel like it's not even high school. Maybe middle school. Not even that. Elementary. It's like third grade, bro. It's third grade where somebody's mad because he got the last chocolate milk. So they're like, oh, you know what? We'll send a hurricane through North Carolina and crush it. It's like, what? That's how these people are. They're monsters. They're 100% monsters. And I don't know, people. I don't know. You just got to get out and vote, and it's just wild. They're taking all our money. They're blocking out the aid. I mean, it's just wild. Doug Emhoff. You hear about Doug Emhoff? Supposedly he's smacking ladies. It's all allegedly, but the Daily Mail dropped something about that. Make sure Virginia, if anybody's in Virginia and you can vote in Virginia, vote Tim Kaine out. Vote that trash guy out. Let's play this right here because I'm all for. We're going to have to change it a little bit, but Hung Cho is running for Senate against Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine was Hillary Clinton's VP pick. Tim Kaine was going to be VP of the United States, so this is why I don't trust him because Hillary would only pick him for a reason. So, and he's a greedy little snake shark who's been a senator for a long time in Virginia. He was governor in Virginia. You become governor, then you become Senate. Mark Warner is another trash guy. So make sure we vote for this guy. Let's get Tim Kaine out in Virginia. Let's turn Virginia red. That'd be great. But let's play this little thing here because this is the guy running against Tim Kaine. And this is inspirational. And this should fire up every Virginian. So let's get out and vote for this guy.
We need is alpha males and alpha females who are going to rip out their own guts, eat them, and ask for seconds. Those are young men and women that are going to win wars.
Please, audience, please quiet down. Audience, please.
You know what's funny? Because he cut that.
This was a beautiful thing to watch. Joining me now.
That's funny. We're live, so it took a second. You know what's funny? They cut the beginning of that because he was talking about people of, you know how our military now has people that are one sex, but then they dress up as another sex? He was talking about them, and then he was like, we don't need them. We need people that are going to rip their guts out and all that. But let's continue to play this because this guy's inspirational. He's definitely American, and He's definitely Chinese, so who knows if he's a plan or not. You know what I'm saying? We going to keep it real here at the Rock Roll episode. But we love the vibe. He's backed by Trump. He's backed by me as soon as I saw him and hearing all his stuff. He's 100%. He checks out okay, so we're going to let him ride.
Republican Virginia Senate candidate Hung Cao. Hung, great to see you tonight. Now, you got him really worked up in this debate. Now, the Daily Beast said that you went on a bizarre cannibalistic rant. Okay, I don't know what they were watching. NBC News accused you of disparaging drag queens by implying that they're not tough enough to serve in the military. You got them right where you want them if that's their line on you.
No, you're absolutely right, Laura. Thank you for having me on. Look, this is an amazing country, and we do want diversity, but diversity of background, diversity of experiences, not the other stuff that they want. And there's no equity in the military. You know, I train military divers from all services, and I said that the sea's unforgiving, and things like, hardships and war, it's going to kill you just the same. And there's no room for inclusion. I hate to say this, but the military is exclusive because only 10% of America can join the military, and only less than 1% have served in the military. So it is a very exclusive branch of what our country brings to the table.
Well, I have to inform everyone watching who may not know much about the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, but Fairfax County and the areas around Richmond, the Richmond suburbs, that's kind of it. Charlottesville, that's kind of it for really liberal Virginia, but that's where a lot of the population is. And that's because of the government workers who, commute into D.C., many of them still working from home. But that's kind of it. But I'm not seeing in Fairfax County a lot of signs for Tim Kaine or for Kamala Harris, not like last time for Biden and Harris at all. So I don't know if that means anything, but they certainly don't have the signage up.
No, they don't. Look, Northern Virginia has a lot of immigrants. I came here as a refugee from Vietnam. We ran away during when the communists overtook Saigon, and this country gave us everything. And so I paid back with 25 years of service in Navy Special Operations. As a Navy diver, I recovered John F. Kennedy Jr. And his plane. And then as
what? He was on the dive team for Junior? Because Kennedy Jr. crashed his airplane, remember, like into the Hudson of New York or something?
As an EOD tech, I defused bombs for our SEAL teams and Special Forces teams because I wanted to pay back every dime of that American dream. And this is what all the immigrants in Northern Virginia feel as well, that they're turning this country into what we ran away from.
Well, and Hung, we don't have time to play it, but I'm going to post this on my Instagram. Your answer on whether you're in favor of mass deportation of illegal immigrants, will you get them all out or whatever it was brilliant. It was I think the moderator was like, drooling on himself at the end of that. It was a great moment. About 5 people.
That is a great moment. Should watch it. Let's see if we can watch it. Because they're going to hate on him. They don't even want it. Like, I knew he was running. It's like, I focused on Virginia and I focused on South Carolina. I want to get Lindsey Graham out. But I definitely want the 2 senators out of Virginia out. That needs to be Republican. And let's see if we can't find debate. They're probably not going to have it because I feel like even though they try to say that we're not being hampered, we're still being hampered. Let's see here. What's this about? Gonna play some random stuff.
When you're using a drag queen to recruit for the Navy, that's not the people we want. What we need is...
No, that's not what we want. Here we go. What's this?
Immigrants who have committed violent crime. Do you support mass deportation of all undocumented
this is what we wanted,
immigrants?
isn't it?
You have 60 seconds.
Immigration is very near and dear to my heart. When Vietnam fell, we had nowhere to go, and America had brought us in. And my parents waited in line for 7 years. We all did, for 7 years to get our citizenship. The last thing that my dad had hang over his bed when he passed away 2 years ago was his naturalization certificate. I love this country so much that I wrote a blank check up to and including my life to defend it for 25 years in Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, and other parts of the world. So here's my here's my thing to anybody who wants to come here. Don't ask for the American dream if you're not willing to obey the American laws and embrace the American culture, because I did. And so that's the number one criteria coming into this country. If you come here illegally, then you need to leave, especially if you're a violent crime person. We just found out last week there are 13,000 convicted murderers and 16,000 convicted rapists that came across under their watch. That's unacceptable. We need to protect Americans every single day, and that's what I did.
Thank you, Mr. Kyle. But the question, do you support mass deportation of all documented immigrants? That was the question asked. You have 30 seconds to respond.
If you came here illegally, you're basically screwing up the whole system. There's people that are waiting in line, like my family, for 7 years
Facts,
for
baby.
their naturalization papers. And so you can't jump the line. I mean, if you go to Costco and you jump the line, what do you think is going to happen? You know? And so that's the thing. You can't come here and expect the American dream if you're not willing to obey the American laws and embrace the American culture. That's what I did.
That's a big fact. That's a big fact there. And that's what we're going to leave with, baby. That's what we're going to leave with. Enjoy your night, baby. Enjoy your night. God loves you. God bless everybody. Stay blessed. We're going to keep on doing it, baby. We're going to keep on doing it. We're not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? We're not out here being like P. Diddy. All that stuff's getting ready to drop. It's all getting ready to drop. It's a jungle, baby. It's peace and love. I'll see you all mañana, baby.